Morning boys, happy Christmas. Hope you have a good day today. So this might be a controversial one today, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It might piss a few people off, but so where are we going with this today? Christmas. I guess the lesson that I've learned is just because everybody does something doesn't mean it's good or you should do it. So always think, why am I doing this? Like, don't just blindly follow the crowd. Oh, everyone celebrates Christmas in a certain way, so that's how I'm going to do it. So just because everybody does something doesn't make it right. Normally 99% of people are wrong and you want to be with the 1%. So that's just sort of my thinking. So with that in mind, I've thought about Christmas, what it is and how we celebrate it. So I mentioned yesterday my mental model for a good life, and it's belief, health, wealth and relationships. So I'll just sort of brainstorm with you my thought process of analysing Christmas and using that frame of reference to think, what's Christmas all about? So I mean, I'm not shitting on Christmas. Have a good time and spend time with friends and family and eat good food and all of that, but it's good to know, I mean, have intention about it. Have it that you've decided, not society's said you should just buy a bunch of shit. So anyway, let's look at Christmas from the belief standpoint. Christmas is to celebrate, and this is like not a controversial thing to say, oh, think about Jesus on Christmas. Obviously, like that's one half of it, but, well, it's not half of it, it's the whole deal, but it's, are you a religious person? Because you're celebrating a religious thing, you're celebrating Jesus' birthday. So already you might not be religious and you shouldn't really be doing Christmas anyway. Do you know what I mean? Have you thought about that? Society does Christmas in a consumerist way. Buy a bunch of shit, consume, and it makes a lot of money. Christmas is, you know, it does make a lot of companies a lot of money. And do they really care about religion or Jesus? I don't know. And do you? So, belief. Do you believe in what you're celebrating? Have you even considered that Christmas is a religious ceremony and a religious event and it's to mark the birth of Jesus? Well, if not, then it's just another day to you. So that's belief, but you're following the crowd, everyone does it. And then you've got health. To me, health is important, and if it is to you, are you just buying, like, are you on Christmas, are you eating food and drink that enhances your health? Are you doing activities that enhance your health? Or are they diminishing your health? And if so, did you do that out of choice? So for me, I don't drink alcohol for the most part because it's not good for your health, but if I want to drink alcohol, I will choose to and do it. I don't just drink alcohol because it's Christmas and everyone else is doing it. I will choose if I want to do that. So Christmas, if you're struggling with diet and you've got your family Christmas set up in a way that makes that really difficult by having your food environment full of bad foods, then that's the second part of my mental model, that you're just following the crowd and it's not benefiting you. So you don't believe in the Christian faith. You don't believe that you should be eating this bad food, yet you buy a bunch of it. So that's belief, health, wealth. Are you financially in a position where you can, say the way you do Christmas is like most people, you buy loads of presents and you have to be seen. It's like an ego thing, isn't it? I don't want to look like I can't buy my friends and family presents. So a lot of people this time of year, especially for their kids, will get into debt. They will spend money they don't have to buy presents to give to friends, family. So that's detrimental to their wealth. So they might get into debt to buy their kids toys because their neighbour is buying their kids the same toys. And children, want love and attention. They don't just want gift bought for them. So there are other options. You don't have to go out and get this thing that was advertised on TV. So, wealth. Does Christmas line up with wealth for you? Relationships. This is about the only one I think Christmas is probably going to get right for most people. You've normally got time off work. You've normally got an opportunity to meet up with friends and family, and that is a good thing. And the people in your community. So relationships, it ticks the box for me. Wealth, it absolutely doesn't. Buying a load of stuff, if you have an abundance of money, yeah, do it. But most people probably don't, and they're probably spending money they don't have unnecessarily, and you're buying things for people that they don't want. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're buying them stuff that they don't want, and it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem very worthwhile. So my other question is, when was the last time you randomly bought somebody a gift or just a present on a day that wasn't their birthday or Christmas? Just randomly, some random Wednesday in September, you go, oh Dave, I got you this, I thought you'd really like it. You've probably never done that, but society has told you you've got to do it on Christmas Day, and you're a knob if you don't. So use your own mind. When you see something that you really think Dave will like, get it for him and give it to him on a random day and surprise him. But Christmas, you have to. There's no sort of, you didn't come up with it, you're doing it out of necessity. Potentially. That might not be the case, but so yeah, like I say, I'm just throwing out ideas, but think about what you're doing. And like the food, yeah, you eat turkey on Christmas Day, yeah, and it's an opportunity to basically binge eat shit and get drunk. Well, you're a big boy. You can choose when you do that. You can do that on any day. Some random Thursday, yeah, you can just go, I'm having a turkey. Why does it have to be Christmas Day that you eat a turkey? And who come up with that? Do you know what I mean? So just think about it. You don't have to do what everyone else does. I might do, I'll just pick a day and have a massive roast and have all my friends and family round. But nobody does that. They wait until the day that you're allotted to do it. And it just seems odd. It just seems very sheepish. I mean, it's a good opportunity. It's good. Do it on Christmas and another day. Do it every day. Do you know what I mean? If your life is set up that you got belief, health, wealth and relationships, every day should be Christmas. But people don't live like that. They live, grind it out, do the work, do your job, and you get one day a year. Well, you get two. You get Christmas and then New Year and then back to it. But you can choose when you give people gifts and when you have nice food and when you meet up with your family. See, I'm just ranting. I like Christmas. I think it's a good thing. But most of the people that celebrate it aren't religious. So straight away that makes me wonder. Most of the people that are buying loads of presents haven't got the money to do it. So again, that's probably not the best. And there's options. You've always got ways to optimize belief, health, wealth and relationships that aren't the norm. So for example, if you've got no money, if you write all of your friends and family, except for your kids, that would be a bit different, but all of your friends and family, write them a handwritten letter that tells you how much you're grateful for them and what they mean to you, and inviting them round and say, I can't offer you, food and drink and all this, but I can give you time and we can spend quality time together. And I think they would value that more and respect you more than you going out on a credit card, buying gifts and giving it to them. And they'll get it and they'll go, oh yeah, that's cool, but they don't want that shit. You don't know what they want. So yeah, anyway, we're just ranting, but that's my thoughts on Christmas. Like food, for example, I believe in eating traditional real food, so as found in nature. Christmas is an opportunity to binge eat shit. The majority of the food you've just bought, potentially, is not even real food. It's edible non-food substances. So if you look at the ingredients list, it's not single ingredients. It's all, apart from the meat and veg on the Christmas dinner, all the chocolate and sweets and shit that goes with it is not even real food. So it seems a bit, I don't know, it seems a subversion. It's a subversion of the original reason why people celebrated Christmas, which was Jesus' birthday. So that's been subverted. The gift giving side of it would have been as a celebration, and a lot of people spend a lot of money, and big businesses make a lot of money during Christmas, so that's been subverted. That's become consumerism. I mean, I deliver for a supermarket, and it's ridiculous. The size of the orders that I'm delivering, they're unnecessarily big, and it's like you've always got food left over. You've always eating too much, so it's detrimental. You're buying food that you don't need. It's wasteful, it's consumerist, and it's detrimental to you and your family. So it's a celebration, and let's all wreck ourselves. It doesn't seem very beneficial to me. So if you take this but like I say, the relationship side of it, you're meeting up with friends and family, you're spending quality time, and you're spending time with your kids. That's good. That, I think, yeah, fair enough. And just celebrating life in general, like that you can spend time with people you love. But if you look at it like this, in relationships, as a man, you want to hold frame. So if you don't hold frame, and the woman you're dating or whatever is holding the frame, then the dynamic's off. There's no polarity and it goes weird. Well, who's holding frame on Christmas? Is it you or is it society? Are you doing Christmas? Is there any part of Christmas that you're doing that just doesn't fit how you would normally run your life? If you're a health conscious person or a finance conscious person, you wouldn't normally spend in this way, or you wouldn't normally eat in this way, or you wouldn't normally skip like gym days or whatever it happens to be. So who's holding frame, you or society? And like everybody fucks up their diet on Christmas, and that's because you're no longer holding frame. You haven't set the parameters of how this is going to go down. Society has, and you just got wrecked by Christmas. So that being said, you have got to implement the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you do things right, 20% you do what you want, or you do things wrong, what society, like whatever, you follow the norm, and that's fine. But sometimes Christmas isn't part of the plan, and you've got to go, right, 80-20, but not today. I'm choosing to hold frame. So yeah, don't know, bit of a weird one for you, but let me know your thoughts. Probably going to piss people off. Everyone loves Christmas. Who am I to say don't eat shit and spend loads of money you don't have buying people you don't like gifts they don't want? But there we go. So either way, have a good day. Done. Right, boys, so I normally give you an actionable step, so let's have a think what the actionable step is for this one. So I guess what I did was, and I do this with everything in life now, is I just question whether what the norm, what most people do, is serving me. So, and with Christmas it absolutely wasn't, and it was, I won't hold the frame of society, I'll choose how I do Christmas. So just analyse it against the 4 aspects of a good life: belief, health, wealth and relationships, and does it line up with how you conduct yourself to make those things a reality in your life. So are you a religious man? Are you a man of God? And is this a religious celebration for you? If it is, then you'll act a certain way. If it isn't, just be mindful of that and know, this day is to celebrate a certain thing. Be cognizant of that and then act accordingly. So know what it's for, like what the original reason for Christmas was, and know that that's not why I'm celebrating it, but do you know what I mean? So that's belief. What's your belief around Christmas? Health. Is the food and drink and environment that you're creating on Christmas serving your health? Or are you happy to have it be a bit shit, but it's only temporary, and it's one of the days of the year that you're not too worried about it. But if it's not, you might have a serious illness where Christmas would be a big problem, and you can't go with society's frame. You need to hold frame on Christmas and eat clean and not fuck up. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't have the option. So that's health. Wealth. Where are you financially? If you've made an abundance of money, you're good, you're financially independent, then by all means, buy gifts for everybody, donate to charity, and give abundantly. You should be generous in times of prosperity. That's fine. If you're not, that's also fine, but don't try and be the generous guy when you're poor. Do you know what I mean? You can't give from an empty cup. But if you're following society, you might be encouraged to give from an empty cup, and that's not going to work. And then relationships. Like I say, Christmas is pretty decent for that, so chances are any excuse to meet up with friends and family is a good one. But if you don't have friends and family, or you're very lonely and isolated, then you need to think about that. Maybe you can act in a way, or you can implement things that change that. You might have had like 5 lonely Christmases where you haven't seen anyone, and you're just going to repeat that again because everybody else is with their friends and family. But there's options. You could volunteer at like food banks and places like that, and that's a way of meeting people. Again, I've got no experience on that, so I'm just throwing out ideas. But yeah, just my actionable step is question whether or not society's prescription of Christmas fits your beliefs and your life, and if it doesn't, create a Christmas that does. Done. Yo boys, I just want to finish off by saying this is just a perspective. These are just ideas. I'm just getting you to think maybe a little bit different than how other people think. I don't hate Christmas, so don't shoot the messenger.